Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. And today I'm kind of excited. I am going to show you my new steam canner that I got. I got a brand new steam canner. My one I had had for about a year sprung a leak. Got a pinhole in the bottom. And it was made of aluminum. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. But our well water, I guess, is an issue with it. So I was talking to a friend and she had two spring a leak. So I didn't feel so bad then. But I ordered a new one and it's the same style and same company as the one I had before, but this is stainless steel. It has the platform. Let me show you this bottom, which, see, it has a nice thick flat stainless steel bottom, and this will work great on my glass top stove. I'm just really excited to have this and have it work well for me, and it's going to clean up well. It's going to just be really awesome. I am excited. Here's the platform. And you fill that with water and let it get to this right temperature. Now, another thing that's different on this one is my gauge on top is different. So I got to do a test run and see how high the gauge will go for my altitude and where I live. And you're supposed to do this every year, I found out. Every year you redo this. And then you mark it with this little thing wherever it is. But the one I had before had like zones. There's no zones anymore. On this, you test it according to this. And then also, you know, when you're actually processing, the steam will shoot out of the back here. So you know that is when it's ready too. But I am going to, yes, it says right on here, mark max point and test each year or when changing altitude. And I need to put 4 jars in here with water, no lids, just water, and then the water up to the right level and heat it up and see how high it will go. And then I will mark it with this. So I am going to be testing my steam canner now, and because I got a flat of strawberries that came in from Florida, and I'm gonna make strawberry lemonade concentrate. I love that stuff. We made it last year and it's gone, and everyone in the family wants more. So I'm gonna work on that today. But first, I need to test my steam canner, and I'll bring you along and show you how to do it in case you get this kind. This is the top hat style. And I was really happy with this style last time. I considered getting a different one that's more like the pot because that was stainless steel until I saw that Kitchen Crop came out with a stainless steel model. And for any of you that also have well water where this has been an issue with the aluminum, or if you have a flat top stove like I do, this is the one you'll want. And I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I just thought I'd give you a rundown on how to, you know, test your steam canner and get it ready for canning season because it's coming up fast. So let me get going on this. Okay, I have the water filled to where it's just about level with the shelf. And that's how much water mine says to use. And make sure just to follow the directions for whatever brand you have. I've been real happy with this one. So now I need to fill 4 pint jars with water and just set them in here and start the process. Okay, here we go. So I have the jars of water in. Now I'm going to take my lid. I'm going to ignore this red thing here. I'm going to see where it gets to on this gauge, and then I will mark it. fits on there real nice. Stainless steel gets fingerprints. I am going to turn my heat on, the burner on, and it says it'll take 20 to 45 minutes to come up to full temperature and complete the test. And depends on the stove and the heat that's applied. If the lid starts lifting up, rattling or spitting water from around the edges, it's an indication it's almost up to temperature. And you need to slowly turn down the heat until these actions stop. Just like the pressure canner, you need to adjust it, the heat, once it comes up to the proper temperature. You want to get so that needle gets to the highest point and doesn't move for 10 minutes. And then I'll use that marker. So then I know from then on, whenever I go to can anything, that's the point I needed to get to start my timing. And another important point with steam canners is that when your time is up for the canning, you need to leave this lid on for 5 minutes at least. It's part of the canning process for it to be safe. That's figured into the times and everything. If you remove this lid right away, the steam would be awful and you would get burned. So wait that 5 minutes at least. But I'll bring you back when this gets to where it's putting out some steam, and we'll pay attention to how high it goes for my area. Can you hear it? Can you see it? Wobbling. So I'm going to turn my temperature down so that it kind of levels off. The timer went off, so now I will turn off the heat. I will mark the spot that this lines up to, and that's where it stayed for the 10 minutes. So now we just wait for it to come down to temperature so that it is not going to give me a hot steam bath when I lift up the lid. Okay, it has quieted down. I'm gonna lift straight up. I got I'm gonna set it there. So my high point is marked. For my altitude and where I live, it goes way over. And it did the last time too. With the different kind of dial, it was way over. So it must just be where I live. So now these jars, I will just empty them out, and the water level did not go down much, but I will refill it. So now I can get to canning, which includes strawberry lemonade concentrate. And I do have a video on that. I did check, and it can take 8 pints or 7 quarts. And you can process in a steam canner up to 45 minutes. You can't go over that. So you gotta make sure you read the directions and how long the processing time is for what you wanna make. And you know, and for jams and jellies and pickles and most tomato products, this is fine. It is just fine. I enjoy my steam canner, and I find it an easier, less cumbersome thing to deal with than my water bath canner. I still use that. I like having both, but I'm really happy to have a new steam canner. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.